As his legless lizard coalesced my jowls and entered inside of my very dangerous cage, he reeled his head back and thinking he was about to get the greatest sloppy of all time, thinking he was about to receive something that he could not deserve, thinking he was about to get the greatest moment of his essence. Oh no! With the force of Zeus, Hera, and the skies above, I bit down with the force of God and ripped down, boom, and tore it off. One foul swoop with all my strength.
What's good, YouTube? Good with y'all boys, man. Hey, bro, we back at again with another reaction video for y'all boys, man. Hey, but today, bro, we got some bullshit to watch. As y'all can see, man, from this title, bro, dog, like, you know what I'm saying? YouTube recommended me this shit, bro, so we finna watch this shit, bro. Y'all boys, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun shit, man, to make sure our video get passed around and all that. We on the road to 1,000 subscribers, man. But other than that, man, I ain't finna do too much more talking, man. Let's get right into the video, man. Let's see what this shit talking about, chat.
I grew up watching Tyler Perry movies, and in those Tyler Perry movies, there was a common character, Medea. I saw Medea, and I thought to myself, whoa, that's a very odd-looking woman. My father had then pointed out to me, he said, that's not a woman, buddy. That's a man dressed like a woman. And I said, oh, interesting. Then I saw Big Mama's house. And at Big Mama's house, that was also a man dressed like a woman. And I was curious about this entire phenomenon. Many other shows I watched would have men dressed like women. And I said, Dad, why do they do that? He said for comedy. And I love making people laugh. I'm a little attention haver. I like gripping the attention. I like that grip. I enjoy doing that so much. So I had asked my father, well, can I wear a dress? He said, sure. You can wear a dress.
That's where your dad fucked up right there, bro. I'm sorry to hear that, man. But right there, right there at that moment is when your pop fucked you over, bro. He fucked you over. You know what I'm saying?
Comedy,
save it
right?
to the end, y'all.
And I said, yeah, for comedy. Little did I know that it was not for comedy. I felt in my soul that I needed to dress like a woman. Not in any aspect of being trans and any body or gender dysmorphia. Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy. No, not in that aspect. I felt as though that I could wear any clothes I wanted to. And also, my mother was much kinder than my father, and I felt like I wanted to be like her and less like him. So, he said 100%. He helped me do my nails, did my eyeshadow and makeup.
But your dad's setting you up for the dut, my nigga. What the hell? What the fuck? Yo! Bro, what? Your dad helped you do your hair and nails, bro? Did he buy you the dress too, gang? That shit. Y'all know this is a crazy topic, bro. So I can't really say all the shit that, you know what I'm saying, that we all thinking, you feel me? But dog, like, that's crazy, bro. Is that not crazy? Is that not crazy?
And I made people laugh, dressed as a woman, the height of comedy. As a small young black man, that was the peak of comedy. Watching a man dressed like a woman, by goodness. Nothing can be funnier to me. I felt like a hero. My hero, academia. I felt like Deku, but not useless. I created new meaning to that word, same as he did in the show. I felt powerful. My father enjoyed it. He brought me around his friends. Sadly, he didn't keep a good eye on all of his friends. You hate to see it. One of his friends enjoyed it a little bit too much. Enjoyed it more than the average person. And he proceeded to hit me with the old, hey, we're not going to tell your father about this. And I did immediately, as soon as after it happened. After my entire lower quarters were violated by a grown man, I told my father, and my father ate some spinach and hit him with the old Popeye special, toot toot. And I knew at that exact moment in my life, my father, was a great man. He said, no man is going to touch my little boy. And I appreciate that. I love my dad for that deeply. I felt like he was my hero, my savior. I felt like he was my Superman. What's that in the sky? A bird in a plane? No, an abusive drunk. That's actually my father. We love to see him. Great guy.
Shout out to bro for that, but dog, that was totally avoidable. You know what I'm saying? Bro, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and make fun of that, because Bro, that's crazy, bro. like, bro. Like, bro, that's heavy, bro. That's heavy. Like, that's heavy, what you just said. But nigga, that shit was avoidable. All you had to do was not like dress like a female. But at the same time, though, that nigga a freak, nigga. Your dad friend is a freak, nigga. And how does your dad not know that he got freaks in his friend group? Why would he bring you around?
Funny, love to see him. So, later in life, I still wanted to dress as a woman, still wanted to wear some dresses, makeup, got better at it, did my nails. My father was very supportive.
Yo.
He said, if any man ever touches you or messes you up, let me know. I will be right there, but you gotta learn how to defend yourself. So I started to learn a variety of fist fight techniques, a little bit of striking combatants. I learned BJJ while I was giving BJs to people in school because I was bisexual.
See, I didn't know that. BJ, the people in school. Whoa. YouTube, why did y'all recommend me this? Dead ass though. YouTube, why'd y'all recommend me this shit? Like I just be watching shit like this, bro. I don't like that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't like the fact that YouTube recommended me this video. Cause you know what I'm saying? All the shit you talking about is cool, but why was it on my recommended?
I learned how to use Muay Thai as striking. I learned a little bit of boxing. I learned wrestling a little bit. And I learned traditional Kung Fu breathing techniques and meditation. These techniques helped me get better muscle control, better muscle dexterity. I loved it. I learned how to stretch every part of my body. I loved all of it. It felt great. And eventually,
this nigga a
at
freak,
the tender
bro.
age of 14, I had decided,
14?
Dad, I want to do drag. Now, naturally, I was scared because my father was so horrified of me being somebody that was, well, Toucan Sam. A Fruit Loop, one might say.
Yeah,
I was a little bit concerned. I didn't want him to think ill of me. I didn't want my father to go through and think my son is getting reamed and deemed. He looked me dead in the eyes
he was
and
already
said,
giving BJs.
Are you throwing or receiving? I said, am I throwing or receiving? Well, I guess I'm throwing realistically because I'm great at football and I love tossing things because I was tossing that posterior. I didn't really understand the...
Yo. Yo! What is he talking about? Nigga. Let's just keep watching, y'all.
He said, no. I'm asking, are you the penetrator or the penetratee? Now, I was both. I'm Nintendo. The Switch 2 got announced and I'm a Switch 2 electric boogaloo. That's me. He said to me, oh, so you're both? I said, yeah, Dad, I just enjoy being both. He said, well, as long as you're having fun, I'm here for it. I've never received that kind of support. And he said, as long as you're penetrating more than you're receiving, I really don't care. And so I made it my goal to invent a whole new sexuality. I said I'm a whole sexual. Shia LaBeouf, H-O-L-E, holes. That's what I wanted to be from my father. In order to make him feel proud and happy, that's what I wanted. You see, what's interesting is that a lot of people don't have issues with people being homosexual as long as the person is not the one getting bop, biggle, bopped. For some reason, I don't know why that is. The worst thing you can do to a man is view him as feminine, it seems, to other men. As if I'm doing this for the attention of other men. I don't know why that was. But I didn't know anything.
I mean, low key. I mean, I get what he's saying, though. I get what he's saying, for sure. I get what he's saying. But, like, you is doing it for other men, though, at the same time, though. Ain't you? I don't know, bro. This is kind of treacherous waters. You know what I'm saying? This is treacherous waters to be floating on. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm really not trying to get canceled. I'm not even on yet. I'm really not trying to get canceled. But dog, like just like how you said, like you was also a penetratee. So I mean, I guess you could just like that. Like, I guess you could just like being a penetratee for your own self, for your own good. You know what I'm saying? Be yourself, bro. Be yourself, bro. Chat, bro. Be yourself, bro.
Think about drag. I was confused. I was distraught. So I decided to get a manager. I went to the local gay bar, Brett's at the time, that was in Toledo, Ohio. And
but how old was this nigga at this point? 14 still?
The bar open, no security there, and I said, hey, I'm trying to do drag. How do I go about that? And the bartender said, well, there's a guy that comes in here that actually hosts a lot of our shows. He could probably get you somewhere. And that's where I met the man whose phallic member I will bite off in the future. This man was a great dude. I loved every minute of him. For the sake of brevity, and for the sake of a little bit of my own privacy, despite the fact that I tell you guys every aspect about my life, I will not give his real name. We'll call him Phil. Phil, I met him at a small little diner. I was 14 and I biked there. He said, oh, you didn't have to bike there. I would have driven you. I would have drove you. I said, oh, it's okay. I like the exercise. Keeps my butt tight.
Astaghfirullah, bro. Astaghfirullah, bro. Astaghfirullah, bro. Respectfully. Chat, is it crazy that this make me kind of a little bit uncomfortable? I kind of don't want to watch this shit no more. Brinson and Brinson, I know you watching this shit. I know you watching this shit, Brinson, but you the one who told me. I had named this nigga 3 different titles of videos, and this nigga told me to watch this one of all the videos. Brinson, bro, look what the hell you don't got me into, gang. Look what the hell. Like, look at Buddy, bro. Look at this nigga. He freaky as shit.
He said, I like that energy. Let's get you in a show. Are you good at makeup? I said, I'm great at makeup. Don't say good, I'm great. Tony the Tiger, I'm great. I'm the best to ever do it. I was not that good. As a matter of fact, I was horrible at it. He taught me the intricacies of makeup. He got my first drag show, made $75 in ones. Felt like a lot of money to me back in the day. I could buy 3 bags of chips for $1 because that was the rate back then. I was super excited.
3 bags.
I bought one PS2 game, which was $40 at the time. Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 2.
Oh,
now I want to point out, I did not watch Naruto back in the day, but I did buy that game. He came over and played with me, met my father, explained to my father how I could be a great drag queen. And my father said, all right, as long as you're making money, you bought your own video games, you're doing great. Convincing and manipulating my family as one does, and I felt ecstatic about it. No issues there, my family was all on board. They didn't view it as weird or crazy. They saw me coming in with dresses and a bunch of money coming out of my bra. Everything was fine. I felt...
Bro, but you gotta reevaluate life, gang. You know what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck is this nigga dad? Nigga D-Wade? Bro, what the fuck? Who the fuck is your pops, nigga? Your ass was 14 doing this shit. You was still a kid doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, chat, bro. You know what I'm saying? I understand, bro. It's the times we living in and shit, but chat, bro. Y'all, bro, chat. I'm not tripping, right? Like, I'm not tripping. I'm like not tripping, right? Like, this is crazy. This is crazy information.
Felt amazing. I felt like I had ruled the world. I felt like I was close to my father. I felt like I finally could bond with him about making money. We talked about our hard work days. I talked about how hard it was inside of me. He said, what? I said, nothing. It was great. I felt every single connection with my father and my family. It felt like I was closer to my mom because I felt like my femininity was being expressed, but I was still doing nonsense on the streets because I was still gangbanging on the streets while doing drag. Everything was bad in my life. But this was the fuck? This nigga was gangbanging? This nigga a left eye, bro. He a left eye. If you from ATL, you know who the hell I'm talking about. Hell no. Yo, what the fuck? Yo, what the fuck though? What the fuck? You would assume that this nigga would have got his membership revoked or some shit. One solace I had, I did this for a year straight, 15 years old. After a year, I had grown really close to my manager. I had been doing shows in Columbus. I had been doing shows in Toledo. I had been doing shows in Detroit. I did 2 shows in Pennsylvania. I was Dog Poison. That was my name, Dog Poison, because I was chocolate. I enjoyed every minute of it. Back in the day, that was the name of my old YouTube because I felt like I could get away with that. Had a whole logo and everything. Felt powerful. He said, after a really good show, I made $700 that night. It was in Columbus, and he lived in Columbus, Upper Arlington. He said, would you like to come over for dinner? I said, come. I said, yes. I would love to come over for dinner. He said, you can meet my wife. Oh, you married? Oh, I didn't know that. I had assumed you just like hanging out with little boys all the time. I apologize, Michael Jackson. I told Neverland Ranch. I was super excited. He said, yeah, I have 2 kids. 2? He said, yeah, they're around your age. I said, oh, and they were. And we talked and we played Clay Fighter for the Nintendo 64. And they showed me in a variety of things they had. He was a very rich man. Upper Arlington is a very nice area. He had a whole guest house. I was super excited. I looked around. I saw a family eating dinner together. I had not had family dinner in years. I felt like I wanted to be a part of this family. The wife, beautiful, amazing. She was very kind to me. She asked how I did drag and how I did my makeup. We talked about our nails. And the dad looked at me with ever-loving eyes. Phil, the person that was my manager, looked at me with ever-loving eyes. and I was enamored. I was taken aback by everything. I felt overwhelmed, one might say. And it was getting late. It's 12 at night. We've been playing Uno and Jenga. And he said, hey, don't worry. You can stay in the guest room. I said, the guest room? Oh, well, dude,
Twin, your ass needed a curfew back in the day, gang. What the fuck? Mind you, this is my first impression of you, gang. This is my first time ever watching one of your videos. And all I've learned from this shit is your pops is a drunk, but he's okay with you being a drag queen. And he's okay with you being a little homo, just as long as you're putting it in more than you're getting it in.
Nigga, what?
You were 14 being a drag queen, met a nigga named Phil. Met this nigga Phil whole family. Phil whole family is not weirded out at all by the fact that their father has brought in a 15-year-old drag. You know what I'm saying? A 15-year-old drag queen is crazy. You see what I'm saying? And then now you telling me that you finna just spend the night at this random nigga house? Gang, your dad has to be Dwayne Wade. There's no way. And then you're black, bro. So I know no black father is just gonna be okay with that shit, with their son being like 14. You know what I'm saying? 15. It's one thing for you to be gay, but dog.
I defy Scooby-Dooby-Doo. I would love to stay in the guest room. Sadly, it was much like Scooby-Doo because I was about to get investigated that night. I was about to get Sherlock cocked.
What?
I proceed to set up my entire area, put my blanket on the floor, turn off the little fireplace, and then I see that it was raining at night. It was nice. The rain patter hitting against the windows allowed me to feel coalesced in a place I was not familiar with. I have a very big issue sleeping at places that I don't know, but this was almost instant. As I drift off into dreamland, much like Kirby, I said, Poyo, Poyo. But much like Kirby, it seems as though something was about to go inside of my mouth, and I was going to gain its abilities. Upon my face was a salami, boom, smacking me in the eyeball. I was a little bit confused. And I said, huh? I see those strong hands caressing my face, and I know that it was Phil. He said, you've been such a great drag queen. Now I'm confused. I'm a little bit distraught. This man has a wife, 2 kids. What's going on? You have the whole family package. You got the DLC. You got a boy and a girl, nuclear family, but you're about to go nuclear. You're about to fall out. I'm so concerned. I don't know what's going on. And I say, huh. And I think back to what my dad told me. He said, if any time a man makes you feel threatened, I will be there. My dad wasn't there.
Don't do that, bro. Don't do that, bro. You didn't even call him. You didn't even call him. Don't blame. I mean, yeah, we can blame Pops. Let's not act like we cannot blame well, like we can. Oh my God, blame Cox. Let's not act like we cannot blame Pops. Pops is probably one of the main reasons. You know what I'm saying? Pops is one of the main offenders. But dog, don't act like you called him, my nigga. Don't act like this all Pops' fault, my gang. Cause what the fuck? That was trying to put the blame all on Pops and shit. No, he ain't called a nigga. So how the hell he gonna be there?
Dad wasn't around. The abusive alcoholic drunk that was there for one thing. The man who, when I had night terrors, would rush in, no matter how tired he was, and fight the monsters back underneath my bed. The man who had inspired me, who had told me that he was comfortable with me doing this. The man who had inspired me to be the man I am today. The narcissistic, abusive man who had those spouts of goodness because he was nuanced and had great morality, was not there to protect me from this person. He could not protect me from what was about to happen. So I had to lock in. I had to tighten up. I had to become the person I wanted to be in my visions. I said, wait. He said, what? Knowing I could not be the older man, knowing I didn't have the strength to fight back, it was fight, flight, and freeze, the 3 things you could possibly do. I didn't freeze. Not at all. I seen Ice Age. I knew I was no mammoth, I was no saber-tooth tiger, and I was definitely no Sid the Sloth. I cannot freeze. I was not a bird. I was no peacock. I was no emu destroying all of Australia. I was not that person. That is not me. I cannot be coalesced inside of the sky like a bird looking down upon my people. So I fought. But in a way that only I know how. I said, let me. I've always wanted to. As his legless lizard coalesced my jowls and entered inside of my very dangerous cage, he reeled his head back and thinking he was about to get the greatest sloppy of all time, thinking he was about to receive something that he could not deserve, thinking he was about to get the greatest moment of his essence. Oh no. With the force of Zeus, Hera, and the skies above, with the essence of Vegeta, I felt in the background Martin Luther King rubbing my shoulders. I felt everything. I felt the Ponderosa in retaliation. I felt the spirit of Harriet Tubman. I felt everything. I felt Alexis Texas. I felt Violet Myers going through my body as that hit my body, and I did something that nobody has ever thought of. You ever see a baby carrot? You ever heard that thing where it says if you bite your finger it'd be as easy as snapping through a baby carrot? Well, they also must have met phallic members, Ronson Johnsons, because I bit down with the in the infancy of my insanity.
Damn. Why the hell do I keep doing that shit? My bad, y'all. I fucking around, skip the video. You know what I'm saying? At the, you know what I'm saying? Crazy part too.
Ronson Johnsons, because I bit down with the force of God and ripped down, boom, and tore it off. One foul swoop with all my strength. Teeth are very powerful. And as the viscera of red liquids and piss all coalesce my face, I spit it around the floor as he went back, pushed my head away, and began to freak out on the floor. I yelled at the top of my lungs with a Gregorian chant, "Help me! Help! I need help!" His wife rushing down, her double D's jostling down up and go with great milky velocity, coming down as she opened the door. Huh? What's going? Oh my God. She saw his meat market on the floor, him on the ground, me covered in blood and urine all over my body, me looking at her.
Dog.
Figured with makeup on my eyes, nails painted, in a dress covered in his own life essence. And she looked at me deep in the eyes and said, "Oh, I said, could you call 911, please? I'm freaking out and I feel like I'm going to die." She said, "Okay, I will." She called 911, locked him inside of the guest room, put a 2x4 in through there as he freaked out in there, seemingly about to bleed out from the damages, but he stayed alive. We talked about what happened. I expressed to her what was going on. She said, "Yeah, he did this to our daughter before."
That's the end of the video, y'all boy, man. Y'all boy, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Long live low, and I'm out, bro.
Love you too.